Alright, where were we? Had to make sure my hard drive wasn't getting full or anything. For some reason, recording this takes up less than recording, what's it called? Warcraft 3, which is weird. Easy decryption. Need to be pro at Frogger from this game. Do we want to send a recon team? Let me guess.
This place is a little too perfect. You're hiding something.
Sure is peaceful here.
I don't like my teammates. What can I do? Probably check out the journal. Yeah, okay, I'll do that. Expose Saren. Go to the Citadel Tower. Let's just go do that. Mess around later. Wish all the doors were automatic. That would be a lot nicer.
Welcome to the Presidium. Allow me to be your guide.
Okay.
Greetings and welcome to the Presidium. My name is Avina, and I am pleased to be your virtual guide throughout this level of the Citadel space station.
Are you real?
So are you a person or a program?
I am a fully interactive virtual intelligence, programmed to provide spontaneous guidance at predetermined locations of interest throughout this level of the Citadel. I may also be contacted through any of the Presidium VI terminals, should you require assistance.
Sounds
Give
interesting.
me the tour.
You are standing at Presidium Tourism Terminal 1.
Oh.
On either side of this lobby are the embassies of the various Citadel races, along with CSEC headquarters. On the far end of this level, you can see the Citadel Tower, where the Council meets regularly to discuss matters of interstellar importance.
Tell me about CSEC.
I want to know more about Citadel security.
Citadel security serves as law enforcement for all regions of the Citadel, though the majority of officers serve in the wards. Executor Palin, a Turian, is the current head of CSEC, but individuals from virtually every species across Citadel space serve as officers beneath him.
Fascinating.
If you wish to learn more, Executor Palin's office is
Palin?
located in the CSEC headquarters just across the lobby.
Tell me about the embassies.
Tell me about the embassies.
Each species in Citadel space important enough to be consulted on matters of galactic politics maintains an embassy on the Presidium.
Do we have one?
The Volus were the first non-council species to be granted an embassy, roughly 2,384 galactic standard years ago. As Citadel space has expanded, more embassies have been added. The most recently added embassy belongs to your own species, humanity. It was added 19 galactic standard years ago, despite some rather vocal opposition.
Why were the Volus first?
How come the Volus were the first species given an embassy?
In the early years following the formation of the Council, the Volus were, apart from the Asari and Solarians, the most populous and widespread species in Citadel space.
Oh, that makes sense.
They established many new colonies and trading outposts, and they petitioned the Council for a greater role in determining interstellar policy. In recognition of their work to expand interstellar trade and establish a standardized galactic economy, the Volus were granted an embassy here on the Citadel.
Just an embassy?
Why weren't they made a council race?
The Council races have extensive responsibilities. They must provide personnel and ships for the Citadel fleets. They often provide economic aid in times of disaster.
And the Volus are losers.
It would be unfair to demand such an enormous burden of a species unable to meet these obligations. The embassies allow lesser species to have a voice on the Citadel.
Lesser species, you racist computer.
That's pretty damn arrogant.
Oh.
I apologize if my personality has offended you. Please submit
Oh,
all formal complaints in writing
Writing?
to the Citadel Tourist and Visitor Board.
Oh, really? Writing? Why was humanity opposed?
Why were people trying to keep my species out?
Some species felt humanity was given preferential treatment.
Well, we should get
It
it.
often takes a century or more before a new species is granted an embassy.
Meh.
The Council gave a great deal of thought to this matter. In the end, they decided humanity's impact on Citadel space was significant enough to warrant an embassy.
What do you think, computer?
Do you agree with their decision?
I am not programmed to make that kind of qualified judgment. My code is limited to information and simple interaction simulations.
What about the Spectres?
Do you know anything about specters?
The term Spectre is derived from the branch
Okay,
of special
if I wanted to look
tactics
it up
and
in a
reconnaissance.
dictionary.
Each Spectre agent is handpicked by the Council. Their primary role is preserving galactic stability and resolving volatile situations that cannot be handled through normal political channels. In this role, they are granted extraterritorial rights and jurisdictions. Spectres answer to no law or authority except the Council itself.
I thought they didn't answer to the Council. Tell me about the Council.
What can you tell me about the Citadel Council?
Originally, the Council consisted of representatives from the Asari and Solarians, the two dominant species in Citadel space. Roughly 1,304 galactic standard years ago, Turians were invited to join the Council in recognition of the role they played during the Krogan Rebellion.
Oh, the Krogan Rebellion, of course.
Since then, the three Council races have worked together to ensure the peaceful coexistence of the galactic community, while preserving individual autonomy for each species.
Sounds a little perfect.
It can't be as simple as that. There must be problems somewhere in the system.
I am not programmed to make that kind of qualified judgment.
You already told me this.
My code is limited to information and simple interaction simulations.
I think that's it. Log off.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, and thank you for using
Oh,
Avina.
shut up.
Please enjoy your visit to the Citadel.
Wonder if I can fast travel there. Presidium locations. Citadel Tower. Dramatic load screen. You've arrived at the Citadel Tower. Thank you.
Saren's hiding something. Give me more time. Stall them.
Stall the Council. Don't be ridiculous. Your investigation is over, Garrus.
What? Want to be my friend, Garrus?
Commander Shepard, Garrus Vicarian. I was the officer in charge of the CSEC investigation into Saren.
Who was that guy?
Who were you just talking to?
That was Executor Palin, head of Citadel Security, my boss. He'll be presenting my findings on Saren's
Well,
accounts.
you blew it.
Sounds like you came up empty.
Saren's a Spectre. Most of his activities are classified. I couldn't find anything solid.
Convenient.
But I know he's up to something. Like you humans say, I feel it in my gut.
I think the Council's ready for us, Commander.
Good luck, Shepard. Maybe they'll listen to you.
You know what? Caden, I was having a nice conversation with them. Can you please not interrupt again? Ooh, pretty fountain. Oh, can't talk to her. Ooh, look at all the pretty trees. Apparently it's fall here indoors. What the... Is it growing out of a rock? Oh, can't talk to the dude in this cool suit. No, I can't talk to anyone. That's lame. Let's see what the Council wants. I'm sure they'll insult me a few times.
The hearing's already started. Come on.
Of course it has. Guess I'm late.
The Geth attack is a matter of some concern, but there is nothing to indicate Saren was involved in any
I saw the
way.
cutscene.
The investigation by Citadel Security turned up no evidence to support your charge.
What
of
about the
treason.
cutscene? Haven't you guys seen
saw
that?
him kill Nihilus in cold blood.
We've read the Eden Prime reports, Ambassador. The testimony of one traumatized dock worker is hardly compelling
What?
proof.
I resent these accusations. Nihilus was a fellow Spectre and a friend.
That just let you catch him off guard.
Captain Anderson, you always seem to be involved when humanity makes false charges against
How often
me.
does this happen?
And this must be your protege, Commander Shepard. The one who let the beacon get destroyed.
What? That was you, not me.
You're the one who destroyed the beacon, then you tried to cover it up.
Shift the blame to cover your own
Hey.
failures. Just like Captain Anderson. He's
That's how
taught
the
you
pros
well.
do it.
But what can you expect from a human?
Oh, you'll pay.
You can expect me to kill you the next
No,
time.
that's
we
right.
meet.
Your species needs to learn its place, Shepard. You're not ready to join the Council. You're not even ready to join the Spectres.
He has no right to say that. That's not his decision.
No, shut up.
Shepard's admission into the Spectres is not the purpose of this meeting.
This meeting has no purpose. The humans are wasting your time, Counselor, are mine.
You can't hide behind the council forever.
There is still one outstanding issue. Commander Shepard's vision. It may have been triggered by the beacon.
Are we allowing dreams into evidence?
Hey, why not?
Now? How can I defend my innocence against this kind of testimony?
I agree.
What?
Our judgment must be based on facts.
You're
and
biased.
evidence,
Go away.
not wild imaginings and reckless speculation.
Do you have anything else to add, Commander Shepard?
What's the point? You won't believe me anyway.
You've made your decision. I won't waste my breath.
Don't shake your head at me.
The Council has found no evidence of any connection between Saren and the Geth. Ambassador, your petition to have him disbarred from the Spectres is denied.
I'm glad to see justice
And
was
screw you,
served.
buddy.
This meeting is adjourned.
Oh, play sad music. Or cue the sad music. What is with the random cliff between the people and the council? Now what?
It was a mistake bringing you into that hearing, Captain. You and Saren have too much history. It made the Council question our motives.
I know Saren. He's working with the Geth for one reason. To exterminate the entire
What's wrong
human
with that?
race. Every colony we have is at risk. Every world we control is in danger. Even Earth isn't safe.
How do you know Saren?
Tell me about this history between you and Saren.
I worked with him on a mission a long time ago. Things went bad.
Sounds
Real
like a
bad.
cheery guy.
We shouldn't talk about this here. But I know what he's like. And he has to be
Now
stopped.
what do we do?
What's our next step?
As a Spectre, he's virtually untouchable. We need to find some way to expose him.
What about Garrus, that CSAC?
Shut up,
investigator?
Caden.
We saw him arguing with the executor.
That's right. He was asking for more time to finish his report. Seems like he was close to finding something on Saren.
I don't trust that guy.
He's a Turian. I don't want him on our side.
Not all Turians
Yes,
are
they
like Saren.
are.
If he can help, we need to find him. I have a contact in CSEC who can help us track Garrus down. His name is
Sounds
Harkin.
legitimate.
Forget it. They suspended
Huh.
Harkin last month. Drinking on the
Nice.
job. I won't waste my time with that loser.
You won't have to. I don't want the Council using your past history with Saren as an excuse to ignore anything we turn up. Shepard will handle this.
I don't like this.
You can't just cut Captain Anderson out of this investigation.
The ambassador's right. I need to step aside.
I need to take care of some business. Captain, meet me in my office.
Ooh.
Harkin's probably getting drunk at Cora's Den. It's a dingy little club in the lower section.
Got any other leads?
Maybe there's another way to find evidence against Saren.
You should talk to Barla Vaughn over in the financial district. Rumor has it he's an agent
Oh,
for
that
the
sounds
Shadow.
legitimate.
The Shadow Broker?
An information dealer. Buys and sells secrets to the highest bidder.
Sounds like a fun
I heard Barla
job.
Vaughn's one of the top representatives. He might know something about Saren, but his information won't come cheap.
Oh, for crying out loud. Council and the ambassador.
Our ambassador doesn't seem to get along with the council.
He's just frustrated. The Council's always preaching that we need to be part of the galactic community. But for them, it's a one-way street. They want us to expand and settle unstable regions like the Skillian Verge and the Attican Traverse. But when we run into trouble, they don't want to help us
Pew-pew.
out. Everyone knows it's only a matter of time until we get a seat on the Council. The ambassador just thinks it should happen sooner rather than later. And I agree.
Why do we even bother?
Who cares if we get a seat on the council? What's the big deal?
If the Council passes a ruling on an interstellar matter, we have to follow it. We don't have the fleets or political allies to defy them. Once we get a seat on the Council, we'll be able to influence those rulings, protect our own interests. No more jumping through hoops whenever we want something. Take this mess we're in now. If humanity had a seat on the Council, we'd just send the Citadel fleet out to take care of Saren and his Geth. Problem
Well,
solved.
Wouldn't we have to vote on it? Whatever. What about Harkin?
You don't think much of Harkin.
The guy joined CSEC about 20 years ago. He's been an embarrassment to our
Nice.
species ever since. Roughing up suspects
Hey.
in custody, bribery accusations.
I want to go
alcohol
be
and
this
drug
guy's
use.
best friend.
The embassy used to step in when he got in trouble. But I guess enough was
Abandoned him?
enough.
I thought this embassy was supposed to help humans.
Harkin may be human, but he's also an ass. He's had more than his share of chances. If the embassy wasn't protecting him, he would have been fired 15 years ago. CSEC is better off
About the
without him.
Spectres.
I want to know more about the Spectres.
They're not your typical government agents. They tend to work alone, behind the scenes. They take care of problems.
Sounds legitimate.
It's not easy preserving peace across an entire galaxy. The Council prefers to use diplomacy and negotiation. But sometimes more extreme measures are needed.
What if one goes too far?
What happens when a Spectre goes rogue, like Saren?